Bible says either you're hot or you're cold. But Abraham said, I like being Luke. Because I like having my cake and eating it too. But how many of you know you can't eat the cake on the treadmill? One of the things gonna have to go, either the treadmill or the cake. And I believe somebody in here, God is telling me to let you know that you're gonna have to let something go. God said, in order for me to give you everything, you got to let go of that one thing. I believe everybody in here got a one thing. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I got my one thing that God knows I'm trying to get rid of, but that thing got a hold to me and I can't seem to shake it loose. Somebody in here say, I'm going to be real and 100 today and say, I'm not in the place that I should be because something got a hold on me. Hagar. The rule to the game, Natalie, was we were just supposed to be hit. Wasn't supposed to be no feelings, Romeo. She was the jump off.
Come on, come on.
But now you in love with her. Wow. But you know the rules of the game. If you got into it with a married man,
come on, come on.
at some point you should have realized it wasn't going to last. At some point the good thing had to come to an
Yeah.
If you look at the text, the Bible says that Hagar was living like Sarah when she was not.
Right.
If you are the jump off of the mistress, that's exactly what you are. And I want you to play your role and play your role.
Yes. All right. Yes.
Stay in your lane.
You got feelings for a married man. And he's supposed to keep you. But the problem with the text on is that she can't go tell the wife because the wife already knows.
My God.
Look at somebody and say, it's rules to the game.
It's rules to the game.
He tells God about having to get rid of his girlfriend. See, some of y'all thinking I'm going left field, but I'm going to catch you in a minute. Until you can talk to God about the thing that struggles you, it's going to always be struggle. We'll talk to everybody else about what we're struggling with and won't talk to God. Why is it that I won't talk to my dad about what's going on with me? Here it is that Abraham shows us that if I want answers, I got to talk to daddy. What my children realize is that they can ask mama, but eventually they're going to have to ask daddy. And I believe somebody in here, if you just take time to say, God, this is what's going on with me. Paul said it this way. He said there was a thorn that was given into me, into my flesh to buffet me. But then God said, but my grace is sufficient. What did God say about your struggle? Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, have you told him about it? Have you told God how you've been going through? Have you told God what's been messing you up? Have you told God what got you strung out there? Have you told God about the thing that's been tripping you up? Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, sometimes you just got to tell daddy. He told God, and God said to Abraham, be not displeased because of the boy and because of your slave woman. See, that's why I'm catching you. Because he said he was messed up because of Ishmael. But the truth of the matter is he was messed up because of Hagar. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. I know you don't want to wave your hand because you don't want nobody to know you had a Hagar. But if you know I'm talking to you, just hunt yourself and say, man, he killing me. The text says, he said, don't be displeased because of them. We have a problem letting go of family because we think they're going to struggle without us. But the truth of the matter is they're struggling with us.
Yeah.
God can't do what he wants to do with them until we let them go.
That's a word. That's a word.
God told Abraham, he said, don't be displeased because of them. Because guess what? I made a promise to you. And even though you made a dumb choice, oh, I wish I had about 5 of y'all to say, I know you talking to me. I done made some dumb choices. Look at your neighbor and neighbor, I done made some dumb choices. And he said, even though you made a dumb choice, I'm still going to deliver them. How many of you glad that God bless your children in spite of you? I need somebody here to say, you know what, I know I ain't always been where I need to be, but I thank God they didn't get it. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, thank God it didn't pass on to you. Because if you knew where I've been, you wouldn't want to sit on my row. I believe right now that if we look at each other and start comparing notes, we wouldn't think this was church. We think I need somebody to help me. When you start comparing where you been and where I've been, we all have been in some filthy places. But thank God that he didn't hold it against us. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, God did not hold your accounts against you. Yes. That's why I say he blessed us in spite of us. When you think about how it could have turned out, and the fact that he's saying, you know what, you messed up, but that's not going to be the end of you. He said, I'm going to let them go, and I'm going to bless him anyway. Yeah, he's the bastard child. But I'm going to bless him anyway. Now watch this. He said, I'm going to make a great nation out of him. That's the promise God gave to Abraham. God said the rules to the game is that I'm going to bless you when you don't deserve it. I need somebody in here to listen to your neighbor and say, neighbor, the rules of the game is that God keep waking me up when I should have stayed asleep. The rules of the game is that he should have been to let go of me, but he still got his hands on me. Is there anybody in here that says, I know God got a purpose for me? He still got his hands on me. He tells him, don't be displeased, because he said, whatever Sarah says to you, do as she tells you. For through Isaac shall your offspring be named. See, the problem with most preachers is that they don't teach this part. He never said, I'm not going to bless Ishmael. He just said the names they going to know is through Isaac. Because that's who I promised it through, was through Sarah. But because it's got your blood, I wish I could preach to some fathers in here. If it's got your blood, I'm going to bless it anyway. So why is it that we think that we can't take care of outside children just because you got a new thing? I need somebody in here that say you need to text a neighbor, text your homeboy and say, man, go find your children. All 21 of them.
My Jesus. My Jesus. 20.
Find your children. Because Ishmael actually becomes the father of what we know today as Saudi Arabia. How many of you heard of Saudi Arabia? Ishmael is the seed from which Saudi Arabia comes from. I'll make you a great nation. And if you know anything about Saudi Arabia, you know Saudi Arabia is a wealthy place. Oh my God, how do God bless your mess with wealth? Watch this. Third point is, and I'm